As we've pointed so many times out on the podcast, I'm obviously talking nonsense.
Apparently.
Yeah, apparently so. Even though that's kind of what we do.
Well, it's also kind of like the game's supposed to be like kind of very heavy user focused, right? Like the more people that play it, the more like the environment around it changes. Like people carve out paths for you and whatever.
Yeah.
So
I haven't really been able to experience that, but that's just because like where we're at in the game, we're kind of stuck in the little hub city with a lot of plot. I think by the time we were done with our unveiling of it, we had just barely gotten out of that town, and we had to go. What was it? We had to go incinerate a body, so it didn't go necro on us.
Oh yeah, we haven't even gotten there yet.
No. Because I have no problem telling you this: when stuff dies in Death Stranding, Alex, shit hits the fan. It's like an event. Because crap just unravels. So my opinion on it is that I'm not far enough in. It does look like it has potential, but so do all of Kojima's games. Like they all from the get-go have potential. So we'll see. I'll tell you what, we'll let you know, or maybe our chat will demand that we play Death Stranding all the way through. So then you can see what we thought, like minute for minute.
well,
But there you go. Oh, I don't think there's anything in this room, is there?
I don't know.
I don't think so.
Well, that's good that they're not there anymore, because I forgot.
I mean, maybe like up here? No.
Not really.
Because there was like a prisoner there. Like, that's how you're supposed to find out that the Yiga love bananas. They like to eat apples and bananas.
I like to eat apples and bananas.
No, apples and bananas.
Oh, dear.
Guys, we are parents with young kids. Of course we know that song.
Yeah, very young kids.
Very young kids. Ones that don't necessarily get that yet. But it's like you gotta prep yourself anyway, so.
One of which loves pudding a lot, apparently.
Oh, yeah.
You may...
That's like, because we can't give her candy. She won't take candy.
She loves pudding.
She loves pudding.
See, I've been playing a lot of the Neptunia series, and the main character, Neptune, she loves pudding too. So, like, you have a little Neptune on your hands.
Apparently so.
You have your own little Nep.
I mean, technically we have two, because the youngest likes pudding too, but... I mean, anybody who didn't think a baby would like pudding, please stand on your head. That's kind of the issue there. So there is another thing that I actually want to bring up because, well, we are going to be playing this game fairly soon. Did you see the big leak that happened from the Game Awards?
Hold on. If you seek power untold, offer a shiny blue stone. Very simple. Put on a luminous stone. No. Oh, Resident Evil, right? Yeah, I did hear about that.
So, Resident Evil 3 Remake is a thing, and supposedly it's coming out in 2020.
Yeah, very nice.
And we got a poster. And supposedly at the Game Awards, we'll have a trailer.
Probably so.
So, I can already... So, really quick, I'm going to give my thoughts because we're going to... Here's the thing. As of this recording, we have finished Shadow of the Colossus, and the plan is to go into Nemesis and to play the original game to kind of give you guys the full trilogy on the PlayStation to see like how this series got as hype as it did. And so it's one of those things where I'm actually very excited that they're going to do it, but I'm also horribly terrified. Because, I mean, for as scary as they made things in 2, 3 can just be all the more scary. But the one thing I'm going to comment on is... I've been seeing people giving it a little bit of crap, but most of it being positive. I love the redesign for Jill and Carlos. Alex is like, who's Carlos? We'll get there.
Yeah, we'll get there, yeah.
But Jill looks so much better than she did in the original game.
2 bombs.
Because, just to give Alex some context here, she looked like a Walmart hooker.
A Walmart hooker.
I have no other way to show this, and I'll even editor Drak put this in here so that everybody else can know what I'm talking about. But I'm just going to show you what Jill looked like in the original Resident Evil 3 before we've even played the game. Okay, so this is the original art.
Okay.
For Jill.
All right.
She's in a tube top and in a hooker skirt. Like, that's totally attire for a police officer trying to escape a zombie-infested ruin, right?
Totally.
That was what she was in, and like fans were screaming that this was not going to be worthwhile in a post-apocalyptic situation. So much so that when the who did Mortal Kombat? John Anderson? Is that it? It's not Wes Anderson.
Oh, Paul W.S. Anderson?
Paul W.S. Anderson.
Okay.
When he did it, he actually put Jill Valentine in his second movie, and he put her in that. He put her in that outfit, and even the actress said, yeah, I never understood why I was put in that outfit either. It didn't make sense.
Right.
Except they made it worse for the actress because she was like in a tight leather skirt. It's like barely can move. So one of the things that they're doing in the remake is that they've redesigned Jill, and we can't see a whole lot from the poster artwork, but it looks like she's actually in like a tank top, and her like everything looks right on how a STARS or a police officer would wear in a situation like that.
Right. Okay.
The other thing that the people didn't like from, and you'll see this when we get there, but just to give you kind of a sense of it, one of the characters you meet in there, and technically is the second playable character in 3, is Carlos Rivera, I think is his name. And he's supposed to be a Hispanic dude, right?
Okay, right.
His model is kind of whitish, and his hair is blonde.
Okay.
So, Capcom, you done goofed. I've seen a lot of people make the argument of, like, he could have been from South America. And yes, that's possible.
Is this the old model or the new model?
Old model. But now the new model, the only thing that I'm kind of worried about is that they've made him a little smaller. He isn't as jacked. So, like, we're talking about a guy who's supposed to have a big military background. I'm not saying it's bad. It could still work. But he does, it's a drastic change from the way Carlos looked in the original game.
Right, okay.
Now, you can technically see the reason that the game is named Nemesis in the poster, but in my opinion, you can't see enough of it. And the stuff that I can see, I can't give an opinion on. Because, like, basically what you can see in the poster, Alex, is his head. And his head, like, his face is disfigured and all that, obviously. So you can't really judge it off of that. In my opinion, the whole package has to be seen to be able to do it. However, I will tell you this, because Alex has already seen footage of this, right? Of 2 Remake.
Yes, I've seen 2 remakes.
If Mr. X is any indication of how Nemesis is going to be, because here's the thing. X was scripted. Even to some extent in the remake, X is scripted. Nemesis isn't.
So he's like totally random.
He is totally like he has places where he is more likely to spawn, but then he can follow you into places where he can't. The only restriction that is there is the same restriction as X in the 2 remake. Can't go into save rooms. That's it. And I'm just, without spoiling this until you see him for, like, I really want to have that reveal for you, Alex. This thing is loaded to kill you.
Okay.
He has about 3 to 4 different ways he can insta-kill you.
That's too soon.
If he gets you, like, if he gets even remotely close to you, he has 3 ways he can instantly kill you. If you get too far away from him, he has 1 way he can instantly kill you. That's how bad Nemesis is compared to X. and you can't predict where Nemesis is going to show up. So like that, to me, Nemesis has always been like the epitome of what survival horror needs to aim for. And now you have a completely redone Raccoon City. And that is frightening in the prospect of what you can do with Nemesis in a rebuilt Raccoon City. Absolutely frightening. That's my viewpoint on it. Obviously, when we get to that Nemesis reveal, we'll ask your opinion on it, Alex, and then maybe what we'll do is, I have a feeling by then we will have seen the reveal of the new Nemesis, and we'll compare it and see which one do you think is more scary. Because this one, I mean, I'm not saying that the face isn't scary, but Nemesis is kind of a whole package kind of deal. Because here's the thing, X is scary too, and there's not really a whole lot going on for him. He's a dude in a big old trench coat and a fedora that stares at you really weird.
Busts through walls and goes, oh yeah!
Yeah, that's what makes him scary, right? Is that he busts through walls, he shows up out of nowhere, you think you're safe? Oh no, he's gonna bust through the wall and he's gonna kill you. By giving you the I am a man punch of death.
Be a man.
Unless you put in the mod that gives him a speed up. Yeah, that exists.
Yeah, I'm sure it does.
No, I can tell you it does. Andrea can tell you it does.
Yes, I know. I'm more than certain it does.
And Brinton even told us there's apparently a mod that you can, for the PC version, that you can make him look like Thomas the Tank Engine.
Thomas the Tank Engine?
Yeah, for some reason Thomas the Tank Engine is like a cringe meme now, or something like that. And so it's supposed to be like, if you're angry or whatever, then Thomas the Tank Engine comes to kill you. So that's why they did that. But yeah. Like, you thought X was scary, Alex, in the stuff you've seen? Ooh, Nemesis is on a whole other level. Which is funny, considering that Nemesis technically wasn't, for a while there, it wasn't going to be Resident Evil 3. They scrapped together 3 on a very limited time frame, while the main team, they literally took like 10 people and said, you're making Resident Evil 3, and everybody else is working on the new engine Resident Evil game. And they somehow pumped out a game that is in its own way just as popular as 2.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh, jeez. And we're getting there, but now I'm really worried for that trailer, because it's probably going to scare the bejeebers out of me. And it's only... like, I think the Game Awards are gonna officially hit Spike TV this weekend.
Oh, yeah. Pretty soon.
So, at that point, we will see who won Game of the Year. And then everybody can point out how much I betrayed Andrea because I did not side with Kingdom Hearts at all. It was hard. Because one of them, it was up against Resident Evil 2.
Yeah, I don't know.
And, oh my gosh, 2 is just amazing. Or the 2 remake. And then the other one, it was Best RPG, and it was up against Monster Hunter. And, like, everybody speaks the praises of Monster Hunter. I don't know if it can be justified to say that Kingdom Hearts 3 beats Monster Hunter. I don't know. It's gonna be a weird deal. We'll have to see what happens. And maybe we'll also probably be talking when we actually do play 3. We'll probably just cover the trailer for 3 remake.
Where did my bomb go? Damn it!
This is a confusing one. It does not help.
I got it right the first time. I came off to look for the treasure. I don't remember where the treasure is in this one.
I don't remember either. I think it's on the same platform as that crystal. No, it's not.
Because you can't get in there.
I can't see it. Okay.
Need to put in a new bomb. New BAM. Come on, Link.
I almost want to look, just have you bounce up there just to make sure it's not up there.
You can't. I don't think you can get in there.
Yeah, no, this thing can push you. So we could at least see a little bit closer.
Whee!
Yeah, you
Nope,
can't.
it's not in
You
there.
just hit the ceiling.
No, all I was looking to do was look in there, and it's not in there.
Well, yeah, I could already told you it wasn't in there.
Oh my goodness. And we are actually coming up on our holiday break, Alex.
Yeah, it's great.
I mean, great in the fact that you don't have to worry about extra stuff, but you're still going to be working.
Yeah.
So, that, you know, kind of a 50-50 thing, but we'll take whatever we can get.
What's up there where you're standing?
This is the exit.
This is the exit. This is where...
What about back in the
I looked
other room?
I looked in there. There's nothing in there.
Yeah, I can't remember. There we go. Well, we might as well just leave. Sometimes the chests in here aren't helpful, so it's okay. If it's a ruby or something like that, it's not like you can't find rubies out in the world.
Now go and bring peace to Hyrule. May the gods smile upon you.
Oh, and speaking of Death Stranding, I've been seeing this everywhere, and some people are kind of mad about it. Because obviously game developers are going to get this question. Are you developing a sequel for Death Stranding? And Kojima's answer to it, which I like, but apparently the rest of gaming journalism didn't, is if I was going to do a sequel, I would go back to zero.
Yeah,
I would explain everything that happened before that. And could you please? Could you please? There's so much stuff right now. Granted, we're like an hour in, but we're so confused. I mean, you know, I know that a lot of people got confused in Final Fantasy 13, where lots of terms didn't make sense. It made sense to me, but that's kind of how I feel with Death Stranding. It's like you're throwing a bunch of terminology to me that I have no idea what you mean. Let's see.
Dakota Shrine.
The Dakota Shrine?
Dakota Shrine.
Sometimes I don't even say it in the accent because I'm like sitting there going, oh, Dakota. I think one time, like when we were playing this, I made the joke, the Dakota Fanning Shrine.
The Dakota Fanning Shrine.
Just because, like, I wanted to find something else that said Dakota.
Oh, hi.
More robots. How come Drak doesn't like this when it has robots?
It's robots.
Not my kind of robot. My kind of robot is like a Pacific Rim robot.
You prefer the mechs.
I prefer the mechs. Or humanoid robots. Like that's what I prefer. Oh, so I guess we should also point this out, Andrea, so that we can have it known. We have officially finished Breath of the Wild.
Congratulations.
We did so for the first time, we have finished Breath of the Wild. Final thoughts on it, Andrea?
It was fun to watch.
Oh,
It'll be even funner
this
to
won't
play.
move
Yep.
Unless I have electricity.
I know that people give me crap for the rating that I gave Breath of the Wild. Given what I know now of it, plus the DLC, I believe I gave it a 7 when I rated it.
Ah, the cube!
Oh no! Jeez.
Shoot! Oh well, it's just a shrine.
I'd probably move it up to an 8, but I mean, there's still a few issues that I have, but thankfully are being fixed in the sequel. So it's just one of those things where I believe that the DLC adds a lot to it, but I mean, yeah, it would still be like a B+ or an A- effort, in my opinion. But I still love the fact that I played it. I'm still a Zelda fan through and through. I'm still very happy I played it.